The Ultra Beasts are all set to emerge on Sunday, November 27th from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. local time. Ultra Beasts are going to take over the 5-star raids during this time, and depending where you are in the world, you're going to have different Ultra Beasts that appear. In the Americas, it's going to be Nihilego, Buzzwole, Guzzlord. In the Asia Pacific region, Nihilego, Xurkitree, and Guzzlord. In Europe, Nihilego, Formosa, and Guzzlord. In the Northern Hemisphere, it'll be Kartana, and in the Southern Hemisphere, Celesteela. Now, after we go through all the event details, I'll cover the counters for each of those Pokemon. There will be timed research during the event that's really going to focus heavily on raid battles, because this is essentially a raid day. When you complete the research task, you're going to encounter the following Ultra Beasts: Nihilego, Buzzwole, Formosa, Xurkitree, Guzzlord, Celesteela, and Kartana. There's also going to be a global challenge during the event, which is going to require that trainers from around the world join forces to complete a task. In this case, from Monday, November 21st until Saturday, November 26th, trainers around the world are going to focus on referring friends to join. As a reward, there will be new bonuses that are going to become available during the Ultra Beast Arrival Global event. If 50,000 trainers are referred, then all trainers will receive a lure module via a bundle in the in-game shop. If 100,000 trainers are referred, all trainers will be able to use Beast Balls when facing the Ultra Beast during the Ultra Beast Arrival Global event. And as you know, those Ultra Beast balls really make it a lot easier to catch the Ultra Beast. Normally, these global challenges aren't really that difficult and get completed early. However, this one's a referral bonus, so this might be a little bit more challenging to get completed. There will be some event bonuses. There's going to be an XP bonus where you're going to get 1.25 times more XP for winning raid battles against Ultra Beasts. There's going to be an increased chance to receive rare XL candy from in-person raid battles. I love the rare XL candy. You're going to receive up to 5 additional free raid passes by spinning gym photo discs during the event and up to 2 hours afterwards. There's also going to be bonuses for groups. This is kind of similar to what we've become used to with community days. When you defeat an Ultra Beast in a raid battle, the following Pokemon are going to appear around the gym that hosted the raid for a short duration: Machoke, Scyther, Magmar, Gulpin, Absol, Minccino, Frillish, and Dedenne. It's a pretty good lineup. Also, Minccino that appear during this time will have a boosted shiny rate, so that's really good. All right, now, as promised, we're going to cover the top counters for each of these Ultra Beasts. Here are the top 10 counters for Nihilego: Shadow Golurk, Shadow Mamoswine, Excadrill, Landorus, Therian, Landorus, non-Therian, Garchomp, Shadow Golem, Shadow Mewtwo, Rhyperior, Groudon. I'm just going to toss in a couple honorable mentions in case you're a trainer who doesn't have access to those Pokemon. So maybe a Swampert would be good. Metagross would be good. Next up, here are the top counters for Buzzwole: Shadow Moltres, Mega Pidgeot, Shadow Honchkrow, Shadow Ho-Oh, Shadow Staraptor, non-Shadow Moltres, Shadow Zapdos, Shadow Lugia, Mega Charizard Y, Rayquaza. Once again, if you don't have access to those Pokemon, here are a couple possible alternatives: Unfezant, Toucanon. Here are the top counters for Guzzlord: Shadow Gardevoir, Shadow Granbull, Mega Alakazam, non-Shadow Gardevoir, Togekiss, Xurkitree, Shadow Alakazam, Shadow Salamence, Primarina, Granbull. And if you don't have access to those Pokemon, some possible options would be Sylveon, Shadow Dragonite, or you could use the non-Shadow version as well if you don't have the Shadow. Here are the top counters for Xurkitree: Shadow Golurk, Shadow Mamoswine, Excadrill, Garchomp, Shadow Mewtwo, both forms of Landorus, Rhyperior, Groudon, and Shadow Ursaluna. A couple of possible alternatives if you don't have those. Mega Gengar, who should be in everybody's holster. Donphan. Donphan gets his day. The top counters for Pheromosa. Shadow Moltres. Mega Pidgeot. Shadow Ho-Oh. Shadow Honchkrow. Shadow Staraptor. Moltres. Shadow Zapdos. Charizard Mega Y. Shadow Lugia. And non-Shadow Honchkrow. And some possible alternatives in case you don't have any of those. Braviary would be a good choice. Unpheasant, Shadow Charizard, or if you don't have Shadow Charizard, use what you got again. For Kartana, the top counters are Mega Charizard Y, Shadow Moltres, Mega Charizard X, Shadow Entei, Shadow Ho-Oh, Shadow Charizard, Shadow Typhlosion, yeah, Reshiram, Mega Houndoom, who's in raids recently, so good option. Non-Shadow Ho-Oh. If you don't have any of those, here are some really good alternatives. Darmanitan, Blaziken, love Blaziken. Chandelure, Celesteela. Top counters are Mega Charizard Y, Xurkitree, Shadow Electivire, Mega Charizard X, Mega Manectric, Shadow Raikou, Shadow Moltres, Shadow Entei, Shadow Charizard, Shadow Ho-Oh. So if you don't have those, maybe a Shadow Magnezone, Mega Houndoom, which you can get in raids, a Blaziken, or a Chandelure. Thank everyone for their support. I really do appreciate it. And if you found some value, hit the like button, subscribe, really helps. And maybe check out one of these other videos. Stay lucky.